How are you
I'm
doing
good.
today?
I'm good. What about
Nice.
you?
I'm doing perfect. No, perfect. It's a good day. Mm,
Yeah.
weather is good. Okay. This might take a few seconds.
Okay.
It's a big file. I think you have a copy of this, but I want to highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're kind of busy, so let me show you something. Oh, too slow. Sorry, it's
Still uploading?
70 pages. What?
Ah,
Uh,
still uploading?
yeah, alright, there you go. 17. Okay. Alright. 18. Okay, part 1 questions. Alright, so what I want to show you are the. Wait, hold on. I think this is not it. Okay, strategies in answering the question in
Mm-hmm.
IELTS. The first strategy is what we call as expansion. So um, there are some questions like, do you like riding bicycles? We only say yes, but its better respond is to expand it. All right, make it
Mm-hmm.
longer. Okay, yes, because it's fun, good for health, and it doesn't cost a lot. So that is what we call expansion. Um, all right. So you have to divide your response into 2 to 3 parts. I think your main answer and then your
Mm-hmm.
reason. All right. So it's divided into 2 to 3 parts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. There's another one. Um, another technique where we say concession. All right. When
Mm-hmm.
we say concession, we have a main argument and giving a concession to do it, meaning giving reasons. Basically, that's one way of expanding your sentences. Let me just show you some other examples, okay? What colors do you like? I like green and blue. Okay, so it has no advanced vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, so it's better to use light green, navy blue. Simply saying green and blue is so elementary. Okay, more precise increases your score of vocabulary. All right,
Mm-hmm.
choosing complex names of colors when you're describing things like
Mm-hmm.
magenta, turquoise. All right, it really plays a big impact on your
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary, especially in IELTS. All right. Mm. Now, there is one technique where we say buy time to think. What is that? Of course, we need some more time to think in IELTS.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do? You repeat the question. Like, for example, um, what is your, what colors do you like? So you can just say, uh, oh, you're asking about my favorite color. All right, you can
Mm-hmm.
just rephrase that, but you're actually buying some time. You can even ask the examiner to repeat the question, but I don't really advise this. Not that much. I don't think it's a strong technique.
Mm-hmm.
Just repeat the question. That's okay. All right,
Okay.
if you need some more time. In cases, um, um, all right, in cases that you didn't catch the question or you don't understand the question, yeah, they can repeat the question. Okay. If you do not understand the meaning of a word, you can also ask the examiner to explain the word. However, the examiner is not able to rephrase the whole question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for example, if I ask you, okay, tell me about the most astounding thing that you saw in your life, and then you don't know the meaning of the word astounding, right? And
Mm-hmm.
oh, I don't really understand uh, the meaning of the question.
Mhm.
Can you repeat can you explain to me the meaning of the word astounding? So I can say astounding is an adjective. It means impressive or notable. Okay,
Could you spell
so
it?
okay, A S
Mhm.
Tounding.
Mm.
Astounding, all right.
Mm.
Mhm. Uh, Here, another thing that you need to keep in mind: if you didn't answer the question, it doesn't mean you've failed your exam, but you wouldn't want to do this more than once or twice. If you can't understand the question, then tell the examiner. The worst situation is that you stay silent. Yeah, it's better to be honest. Rather than committing mistake and pretending that you understand the question and making
Mm.
your own answer, that's absolutely a no-no.
Mm.
If you don't understand, then just tell the examiner, okay?
Mm.
Mm, all right. This is okay. Uh, I don't advise this to gamble. Not
Mm.
really. I don't.
Mm.
I don't feel that.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
but what is the word gamble means?
Gamble meaning is, when you go to casinos,
Oh, yeah.
it means you're gambling. So in IELTS, if you gamble, then you try to give an answer which you are not sure.
Mm.
So I really believe that, you know, one good thing in IELTS is you have to be sure about your answers.
Mm.
Okay, let's do some description questions in IELTS. Now, I want you to make use of this strategy. Divide your responses into two or three parts. I know you can do that. No time limit. Don't think about time limit yet.
Mhm.
All right. Um, this one, starting off, is a very redundant language. Okay, so
Mhm.
here are other ways on how you can start your answer. Okay, then actually, all right, well, all right. Or you can say, I'd like to begin by saying the first thing I'd like to mention is the main thing you need to know is, so this is a sample answer. So
Mhm.
it started out with, well, I'd like to begin with. Uh, on top of that, finally. Mm,
Mm.
okay, so I want you to answer the same question. Okay, I'll
Okay.
give you a minute to think about it. All right, I want you to organize your answers now.
Okay.
Okay, and the strategy is try to make use of these expressions.
Okay.
Okay, and your answer. Now, we will do this to improve the complexity of your answers. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, so I'll give you a minute to think about it. All right, your 1 minute preparation time starts now. Okay, I think that's enough. I hope you were able to organize your answers.
Mhm.
No time limit. Come on. I just want to hear a well organized answers. No pressure, no time limit.
Okay.
Just explain to me in a very brief way.
Okay.
Okay, let's start, Jihei. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Start
Well,
when you're ready.
okay. Well, I am living in Seoul,
Mhm.
and I have lived here all my life. And since Seoul City is the capital of my country,
Mhm.
we are always suffering from traffic jams.
Oh,
So I
all
think
right.
that is why our public transportation system is well developed. Mm,
Mhm. Okay.
yes, and I'd like to mention that the famous point in Seoul is um, it is the center of um, cultural things. So we can
What
easily
center of?
center of cultural um, um, center of culture. So we can easily find some
Mhm.
cultural spots or ancient palaces here and there in Seoul.
Mm. Okay. All right. Actually, you can say the best thing in Seoul is
Mm,
that it's the center of, it's a melting pot of cultures. You
mm,
know, you can make use of a little bit complicated vocabularies. That's a good point. Like, let me write it down. Um, let me propose a sentence that you can use. Well, this is a very common question. So eventually, at one, at one point, this question will be asked to you. May not in, may, uh, even if it's not in IELTS, there's a big possibility that this question will be asked to you. All right.
mm,
So, can say that the best thing about Seoul is that it's a melting pot of culture. Okay, this is a good sentence that you can use. If they ask you to describe your hometown, the best thing about Seoul is that it's a melting pot of culture. Melting pot, meaning, imagine when you melt something,
mm-hmm,
right? If you put a white chocolate and a brown chocolate
mm,
in one bowl and put it in a microwave, eventually those two chocolates will melt and mix together.
mm-hmm,
So it's called a melting pot.
mm,
All right. So if you use this vocabulary to describe your culture in Seoul, well, it means that there are too many people in Seoul, and people have different cultures, and because of that, there's a big possibility that people in Seoul will experience a multicultural or multi multicultural way of living, or it's going to be diverse, or there will be some cultural diversity. Okay,
mm.
got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Okay. Well, I will say it's excellent.
Mm.
Um, your answer today significantly changed compared to the past few attempts.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right. So it's really good, especially when I heard this. I heard this. I can also add that I didn't notice if I've
Mm.
heard that one, but I'm sure I've heard this. I've
Yeah,
heard this
right.
as well. All right, amazing, good job.
Thank
Now let's
you.
see other sample questions. Let's do some. Mm, okay, let's have some other practice questions. Okay, let me see. Let's answer two questions here. Uh, okay, hold on. Most of this we were able to answer already. This one, I'd love to hear this. All right, just number two. Let me see how you will properly describe it. All
Okay.
right. Do you need some time to prepare, or can you answer it right away?
Give me 3 seconds.
Yeah. All right. So, I wouldn't give you some exact time. I just want you to prepare and let me know when you're ready. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. Please start.
Mhm. Mm,
Okay. You're
yeah.
ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Start when you're ready.
Mm. Actually, I am living in a apartment type,
Mm-hmm.
and our apartment is consist of 2 buildings, and we have 10 families in each building.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to inside of my house, my house has one big living room and 3 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
The size of the rooms are not same. We have one big room and 2 small rooms. So
Mm-hmm.
the biggest room is for my parents, and my sister and I use um, the other rooms.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Simple as that, right? That's it.
yeah,
I like how you presented it. It's way organized. So let's go to another part. That's part one. Let's go to part two. Uh,
okay.
wait, give me a second. 33. No, 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 no. Okay. So here, now when you're handling part two questions, here are the strategies and identify the keywords in the question. Think about the tense required because most students commit some mistakes. They treat the question like it already happened, but not really.
Mm,
So I think this is the most important rule or strategy in part two.
mm,
Choose to talk about something familiar to you and that you have language to describe or you have a good vocabulary to use. Don't try to talk as something about something that you do not have a clue or you don't have any available vocabularies to use.
mm,
And the thing that I'm mentioning since the start, write down some key points. Key vocabulary, not sentences. All right.
mm,
Um, so let's take a look at an example how they did it. All right. The question was describe a place that you have visited that you particularly like. You should say when you visited there, who you went with, what was most memorable, and explain what you like most about the place. So the thing that was done here, underline the keywords, visited place, like, when, who, what, like most, and
mm,
then what did the examiner did? Okay, uh, wrote some key points for 4 months, summer. Okay, these are the keywords that I was
mm,
talking about. Friend who is from Vietnam, ve- vegetarian guy, brother was an artist. Okay, so wow, this is really nice.
mm,
The way he made an answer map, lots of cool places. All right, so he mentioned that the place was San Francisco. There's a lot of places to visit. Fisherman's Wharf and Alcatraz Island. What you like most?
mm,
Multicultural people. Great. restaurants and cafes, relaxed lifestyle. So simple as that, right?
Mm.
Now, how do we introduce our answers? Again, the examiner said, well. Okay,
Mm.
I think the one who wrote this book really likes to
Well.
use the phrase well. All right, okay. Well, a fantastic place I went to see is San Francisco. See, it's very direct,
Mhm.
uh, direct to the point. No, no long explanation about the answer. There's no long introduction, no over formality. It's just like a casual conversation.
Mm.
I went there with the thing I remember most. So these are phrases to signal when you want to change a new subtopic. So you say, you use this. All right. So let's make use of the same phrases
Mhm.
and let's see how you will answer the question. This is the sample answer. Now, let's take a look at the question first. Okay?
Mhm.
I'll let you have a look. Please look carefully. The question is in page. You can toggle between the pages.
Mhm.
Hold on. Where's the question? Okay, 34. So the question is in 34, and then I want you to take a look at the sample answer in 37.
Okay.
34, 37. Take your time. I'll give you maybe at least a minute. All right?
Okay.
And then we will answer the same question, but
Mhm.
I want you to follow this format. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So please take your time. No, no, no. I'll give you a minute because we don't have that much time. So 1 minute.
Mhm.
1 minute starts now. Time's up.
Mhm.
Okay. I hope that you're ready. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. You have 2 minutes to talk about the topic. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Well, an awesome place I went is the Grand Canyon in Las Vegas. It was
Mhm.
definitely the best holiday for me,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I um there was the um 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 and there was a first time to see that in my eyes.
Mhm.
I went there about a year ago, but I went there during like just 3 days because I don't have enough time. Um, at that time, that was a big shame for me because I want to spend like 1 week in there, but I had no
Mhm.
time, so I
Mhm.
just spent 3 days there. I went
Mhm.
Grand Canyon with my Japanese friend, um,
Mhm.
who I met in the U.S.
Mhm.
So she and I drove together, and it took about more than 6 hours to get there from Las Vegas airport. So it was,
Too long.
yes,
Okay. Mhm.
it was really exhausted when we got there.
Mm.
The thing,
Okay.
yeah, the thing I remember most about the Grand Canyon is um, the scenery up there is really awesome and gorgeous.
Mhm.
I just surprised about the massive and huge mountains, and it
Mhm.
was just limitless. I
Wow.
think there is no end of that of the Grand Canyon.
Time's up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. It's awesome. Although I noticed a lot of grammar slips.
Mhm.
I will not focus on that today. My
Okay.
main focus is for you to make use of the phrases properly.
Okay.
The signal phrases are really important.
Mm.
I think you have a copy of this book. I sent it
Yeah.
in your email maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
So I want you to check it out.
Mm.
Start using this phrases. I think it's a good habit to
Mm.
start it. All right. So
Okay.
please take note of the pages. Page 18, 19, page
Mhm.
34, 35. Um, take note of the strategies and start using them. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, we don't have that much time, so I'll see you on the weekdays. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So hopefully you will not be busy. All right. I know you're a very busy person, so I'll see you around, okay?
Okay. See you next week.
Bye,
Have a great
Jihei. Have a nice
weekend.
weekend. Yeah,
Okay.
you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.